The steel door of the operations center hissed open, and the murmur of voices instantly died. Every officer in the room turned to see who dared interrupt a Marine colonel's top-level briefing. The figure who stepped in wore a sand-dusted flight suit, her boots scuffed, her name tag half torn, but her posture, rigid, composed, radiated quiet command. Her left sleeve bore the faded insignia of a unit no one had seen active in years, Phantom Division. Colonel Briggs' eyes narrowed. "And you are?" His voice cut through the tension like a blade. She gave a small nod, removing her cap. "Lieutenant. Commander Alina Cross, sir." Reporting from Task Force Echo. Murmurs rippled across the room. Echo. The task force had gone dark 6 months ago, classified disappearance, presumed lost in the Black Sea conflict. No one had heard a whisper since. Briggs gestured sharply. "Echo's gone. Classified operation. No one walked out alive." Alina met his stare, unflinching. "Then, sir, consider me the exception." The colonel studied her for a long moment. She stood still, but her eyes carried something unnerving, battle-hardened resolve, shadowed by something darker. Around them, the projector hummed softly, a satellite map frozen mid-briefing. Finally, Briggs leaned forward, his tone clipped. "If you're Echo, you'll have a call sign." "What is it?" The silence in the room thickened. Every officer's gaze turned toward her as she slowly inhaled. "Phantom 7. A stunned stillness followed. Briggs froze. His hand, mid-motion toward his coffee mug, stopped cold. "You said, Phantom 7. His voice lowered to a rasp. "Yes, sir." Someone near the back dropped a pen. The sound echoed like a gunshot in the heavy quiet. Phantom 7 wasn't just a call sign, it was a ghost from Marine legend. A unit erased from the books after a covert mission in Syria went catastrophically wrong. The official record listed all operatives as Kia. Among them, a woman rumored to have saved an entire SEAL extraction team before vanishing into enemy territory. Briggs swallowed hard. "That's impossible. Phantom 7 died." "Evidently not," Alina interrupted softly. The colonel stared at her, the blood draining from his face. He remembered the after-action report, classified beyond his rank, and the chilling debrief from SEAL Team 6 that mentioned a female ghost who led them out through the flames. "Ma'am," he said finally, his voice now holding something new, respect, and perhaps a trace of fear. "You shouldn't even exist." Alina's gaze flicked toward the tactical display. "Then it's better if I stay that way, sir. But you called for a rescue op behind the eastern ridge. You're going to need someone who knows how to disappear." The colonel sat back slowly, studying her like a phantom come to life. Then, with a reluctant nod, he said, "Welcome back, Phantom 7. The room stayed silent, but everyone felt it, the shift in air, the return of a legend thought long buried. The rotor wash from the departing chopper whipped sand and debris into the air as Alina Cross crouched behind a ridgeline, the setting sun bleeding gold over the mountains. The briefing from Colonel Briggs still echoed in her mind: locate the missing recon team. Minimal noise. Zero visibility. It was the kind of order only a ghost could follow, and that's exactly what she had become. Her gloved hand adjusted the comms earpiece. Static crackled. "Phantom 7, confirm position," came a faint voice. "Position confirmed. Visual on target zone in 2 minutes," she replied, her voice steady. The moment she spoke her call sign again, the world seemed to shift. It was like slipping back into a shadow she once ruled, the realm between life and myth. Through her scope, she spotted movement below, 3 hostiles. Patrolling near the wreck of a recon drone, weapons slung carelessly, confident no one was watching. They were wrong. Her breath slowed. One squeeze, one clean shot. The first guard fell before his cigarette even hit the dirt. The second turned in confusion, and a suppressed thud ended him too. The third started to run but didn't make it past 2 steps. Alina rose, silent as wind. Each step was a memory: dust, gunpowder, blood, and betrayal. Echo Team, the ghost she once commanded, had been ambushed right here, betrayed by someone high up. She'd survived by vanishing, feeding the myth that Phantom 7 was dead. Now, as she knelt by the shattered drone, the light from her wrist scanner flickered across the wreckage. Embedded in the circuit board was something that didn't belong, an encrypted chip bearing the emblem of the same division that had sent Echo to die. Her jaw tightened. Someone had wanted this site found. "Command, this is Phantom 7, she whispered. Recon drone wasn't lost, it was bait. Static again. Then, copy. Extract immediately. But Alina didn't move. She heard something, a distant, muffled cry from the canyon below. Human. Faint. She slid down the rocky slope, her boots barely making a sound. When she reached the canyon floor, her light fell on a battered figure in a marine vest, alive, barely breathing. "Easy," she murmured, cutting his bindings. "Who sent you?" The man's eyes fluttered open. "They knew you'd come," he rasped. "They said Phantom 7 always finishes the job." Before she could ask more, the radio hissed again, but this time, the voice wasn't commands. It was colder, calculated. "Welcome back, Commander Cross. We've been expecting you." Her blood chilled. The transmission ended with a faint, mocking laugh. Alina looked up toward the ridge where her helicopter had been, nothing but empty sky. The extraction bird was gone. She straightened, scanning the horizon. The legend of Phantom 7 was alive again, but now she understood the truth. Someone inside wanted her visible, traceable. And that meant the real mission was only beginning.